Welcome back, everybody. How you all doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm having a fantastic day today, and I'm really excited to just go and use that and hopefully do something quite amazing in this place, or at least something somewhat more interesting than what we've got here currently. So if you guys weren't in here in the last episode, I'll fill you in real quick. We'll be building a mineshaft, and it's going to be a mineshaft with a bit more things to it than an average mineshaft, because, hey, we've all seen mineshafts. This game's got mineshafts. They suck. Let's just be honest. They terrible. We're gonna do it way better than that. We're also gonna have a much cooler big opening secret piece over here. That's not today. That's a whole huge massive project which we'll be getting to. But today what we're doing is we are going to be running a lift in the mineshaft, which might sound kind of simple. Maybe some of you guys think that. Maybe some of you guys think, Jansey, that's a lot of work. You might be right. But I think we're going to end up, at least with my idea, end up somewhere in the middle of these two things. And I hope it won't be too difficult, won't be too easy. Hopefully someone can actually follow along, because it seems like many people in their single player worlds, or even on servers, end up going for a mineshaft in their world as a build. And really, I think it is one of those things that can be so super cool, but can also be very boring and very quickly become a very dead project. So how about we try and change that? Let's do it over here. Let's try change it and make mineshafts really cool and make them more interesting than what we've become accustomed to. So here we go. Let's stop in here. No. Okay, we'll stop over here. So what we've got here, just to quickly fill you guys in on, we have not got a back to this mountain. We have not got a side to this mountain. We will be having a back and a side to the mountain, and not a back side, but back and side to the mountain. Although it could be kind of funny and make like a little crease in there, like a little crack. That'll be pretty funny, but that's not what we're doing. But I need to remember to do that, because that'll be funny to put in there. Just something only us know. Only us that watch this episode know about that. That'll be funny. Yeah, nice boots. So there we go. We've got this piece here, which we built in the last episode, which is the little bit of cave that we've got. And might I add, this cave is not very easy to put in, because, of course, as you can tell, we've got the top, we've got everything like that. Compared to just digging out in a normal mineshaft into a mountain, it's a lot easier doing that. I'll tell you that. Doing what I'm doing here just takes a little bit longer, and it's a little bit more frustrating. But honestly, it's not that horrible. So here we go. Let's get our planning done. What I'm picturing is from here, because we're going to be walking down this path, and this is important. Set up the tone for how you'll be coming to this place. So walking along this path, it flips around this way. You can see we've got plans to do this path going out here, but we've also got plans to do this one going around here, which will, let's just say, go that way. And right around here, I want to have a little crack in the trees. And speaking of all these cracks, this is a different one. Going through the trees where we can see the equipment that pulls all the ore and all the people in the lift out of the mine. And I think that will be really neat. And I've mentioned in the last episode that when I was growing up, I grew up in a place where mining was a big thing, I don't know, 100 years ago, something like that. And there's a lot of mine shafts that were left and still operate to some extent as well, depending on how much they were used. But a lot of them were still in operation, and it was really cool just to at least get an idea in this world that I could really use of something that I've seen in real life, which could be really neat. So what I'm trying to do here, by the way, let's just quickly mark out. We want this thing to be, I'm guessing, you know what? An odd number will be the best. So 5 wide inside, which might be a bit large. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, and we'll just get rid of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is that 5 there? Let's just, well, by the way, we're just approximating. I've learnt just sometimes it's better off not to go too wild with your world and just go and approximate things and hope for the best. Else if you just keep going on and on with one thing, yeah, you're gonna frustrate yourself. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. We'll check it out from a distance. So I don't want to get this precise to the mountain, have it 2 blocks away from that entrance or whatever. There to there, going up there, fantastic. We've got this working for us. Now what I want to do is I want to bring it out a little bit so that it doesn't have to chip into this mountain too much. But I wouldn't mind it just looking like it's been cleared out there just a little bit. I think that could be quite neat. And also, oh yeah, this looks quite large from here, but that's all right. That's right. So let's go out to, yeah, around here. Okay, we'll go out around here. We'll just pull this up all the way. And I'm actually hoping to do this at a slight angle to what we've got over here. I don't want to do this completely straight up, but hey, who knows? We might be able to do it completely straight up and have it work for us. So do that in the same one over there. Perfect. And you can see we're just going to whittle this down. We're going to start with this being super, super big and bulky and chunky and square and boring. And then hopefully start adding a few little pieces to it that are going to add a lot of detail in here. And the important thing with this as well, might I add, is it's not just about getting a big, bulky thing like this. It's literally the whole thing, I would imagine, would be of getting the air through it, seeing things inside, and all that sort of stuff. So just picture that in your head while we're going through this. That's what we're hoping for, is to see through this, so it creates a lot more detail in it. And I know detail is kind of like a word that's thrown around, and it doesn't mean anything, and it means everything. It's one of those things where you'll say, hey, Jansey, why does this build look good? And then I'll say, it's because of the detail. That doesn't really help anyone, but it does and it doesn't. So it's the true answer, but it means absolutely nothing because it's all subjective. But that's all right. Let's just do this. Let's just or you know what's even better is, how can I make this build look better? And then I'll say, add a bit of detail to it. That's gonna help. But I've always thought about that. I wish there was the detail. You put in a detail. I've used 5 of them, and this build still doesn't work. That's the kind of thing I was looking for. All right, so let's just get back a little bit here. Oh, I got to clear out one more. You see, this is what I was talking about, perhaps avoiding, but it might still be all right where we're at right now. So we go 1, 2. Oh, come on. I just don't want to lose my mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then this is where we're going to be putting in the next one to make it a square. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yep. That's good. All right, so let's see how tall this goes. Now, with this thing, what we need to have a big pulley system, realistically, for this thing, and hopefully a way of okay, actually, I'll put these at the back. See which height we really do like. That's important. If we can get the height correct while we're doing this over here, it just saves us time having to go around all the time and test things out. We'll just get them right straight away. So there we go. And up here. And that there. So yeah, getting a pulley system, maybe even if we could. I mentioned last episode, perhaps trying to work in a system of getting energy from the water to be pulling this lift up. So there is even a bit more stuff that we could be adding into here. And just keep it going. Keep it looking really awesome. So there we go. I'm not even upset. You know, that is a big, bulky, kind of slightly ugly thing right now, but I'm not upset with that. That is definitely a good-looking thing. Well, it can be a good-looking thing. And I'm almost thinking if we go up straight with these, and I said I wanted to do them at a bit of an angle, but if we go up straight with these, we can maybe have a slight angle where we've got the pulley going down this way or something like that. But honestly, I'm not going to worry too much about that. What we need to do now is let's pearl over there like that. Oh, that might be too far. Don't be too far. Oh, just made it. What we got to do now is we've got to actually run this thing down. So if we can just get rid of all these blocks here, just get rid of all these. We're going to go into the mine, and we're going to see where this matches up. So right over here, let's just remove some of these. There. So we need this over here, and I was hoping this was going to be the case. So we have a little bit of a tunnel. Okay, Skelly, please. Now the Skelly will shoot, right? Now that we don't have a zombie, zombie shield. As long as there's no creepers, I'm happy. Oh, and a carrot. So this is what I was hoping for, where we're going to have a little bit of a curve again to make this mine a bit more interesting, where we've got it splitting off. So we'll split off into there. We'll split off around here. We've got our storage, and hopefully we'll go around here where we'll start adding in some other things around there. So it becomes a thing where we get lost ourselves, hopefully. If we can, honestly, if I can make myself get lost in my own mineshaft, I will be very, very happy. That's what I hope. So we'll see if we can get that. I don't know if it's possible because, I mean, I'm going to be the one building it. But if I can get it that complicated, I will be very impressed. I've been thinking about this, and I think we're going to get this water wheel to fit in here. Just picture this now. We stand here. We see this lift with everything going up there. By the way, that platform... It's not very obvious with the grass being in the background, but that platform there will have all the mechanical stuff, the pulleys, I guess just a big circle, hopefully, if we could get that right. Pulling the lift up there, but when we have the power to pull the lift, which is through this river, we'll have the water wheel around here. And I have to actually think about it, because this river is going to be going out that way. I don't think this is coming. I feel like this is going out that way. I don't feel like this is coming in this way, but we actually have to think about that. That's probably a smart move to go get a map for. So we might have to do that in the future, but for now, it's not a problem. Until we put the water wheel here, we just have to get the direction right on that. But so, yeah, let's leave it till the future. It'll be like one of those things when I did my ship over there, the HMS Wers in all her beauty. That one there, you got no idea how many times I changed the flags around. Hey, Jansey, it should be that way. No, the other way. No, the other way. Everyone was telling me different ways, so we'll get this one correct from the start. So let's get into this. By the way, I'm just going to go into it now, but unrelated, but kind of related, not related to Minecraft. I told you guys about me growing up near a particular mineshaft. There was a lot around the area I used to live in, but there was a really cool thing I found out. Oh, snap. Really? I went around like that. This is a really cool thing. I went and Googled it. If you guys want to find it, go for it. I'll leave it up to you guys to find the name of it. See the country Jansey was born in. Super fun. But yeah, when I was looking up, it was actually the largest mine shaft in the world until 2008, which is even crazier. So there's some hints. I'm actually going to get rid of this just so we got like a thing like that. Yeah, it was the largest mine shaft in the world, which is absolutely crazy. I didn't realize that growing up near it. It went like 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers deep or something stupid like that. It's nuts. There wasn't a lot on it, but I definitely did find it, and it looked pretty. It looked pretty interesting to find out stuff. Well, it was pretty interesting to find out stuff that I didn't know about my place. All right, so here I'm kind of liking these little pieces stuck out here. I was actually going to make this into a roof, but I'm kind of into mines as well. You know what? Let's do this real quick. We'll pearl over to there, and we'll get a good looking roof. That's important because I want to take this a little bit slower than what we normally take things. I don't know if you guys realize, but I tend to do an episode and I sometimes feel like I rush it, and it seems like that is the case. Like I just want to get everything going and looking good for you guys. Just because, I mean, hey, we want to see some cool looking stuff. Of course, that's what I always want to see, at least. And I end up doing so much stuff. And last episode, which really kind of exposed what I think a lot of you guys would be interested in, is really seeing a lot more of the process. So not necessarily getting as much of the stuff done every episode as I try to. You know, I very often say like, no, that's not enough done. We got to cut a little bit of that out, make sure we finish this up and all that sort of stuff. And I think a lot of the time that is really not what I should be doing. I should be taking my time, showing you guys exactly what we want and what we do along the way, because sometimes, I mean, take it this way, right? If I did this normally, I'd do this, I'd put the roof in, I'd do that, I'd get some stuff in, I'd come back in and we would do something else, and then we'd finish it off with the full done thing with a big wheel over there. But you know what, that's I don't think that's exactly what we should be doing. I feel like it's a bit too much. And that's I guess it's the secrets, you know, the secrets that you just don't. Oh man, can I please stop? Like, I just need the secrets to stop falling off this stuff. But yeah, I think it's the thing, you know, you never quite know, but you can only guess, and I think I'm definitely onto something with that. So I think here, let me just check this out. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get a good shape with this over here. So we'll do that there for now. We'll put that out, put that in. And that is on one level too low. All right, that's fine. This is what we're doing this for. So if we can work out a good curve to this, just like that, we might have to get rid of one of these. Like this. So we'll see what that looks like from the bottom. I want to go for a slightly different roof to what we normally do, where we have, yeah, that needs to go a bit higher. So I'm going to pull each of those up one, but if we can go for a roof that looks slightly different to the way we've done most of our roofs, it could start the actual style of roofs. At least this could be at least practice for the style of roofs that will be coming around this side of the world, which we haven't really gotten started with. I've kind of just done general things with the silos, with the barn, which is somewhere through. Oh, there we go. There it is. The chicken barn. That barn. If you guys haven't seen it, it looks like a hen sitting on an egg. Unintentionally, but it is what it is. I haven't thought about that. I should really put chickens around there. It seems to make sense. I mean, it's a farm. It's a barn. It should have chickens. I think I mentioned that once, and I've just not thought about it. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Come on, Jansey. You can pearl. I can pearl like an absolute Ender Pearl pro when I'm not around, but when I'm not on like recording mode. But as soon as I have to record stuff, I lose all my skills, and I look like this. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. So let's go down here. Check that out. Yeah, so ignore the roughness of this. That obviously just looks like that, but we're going for the overall shape. So if we can get that to pull up like that, just with a slight bit of a curve in it, you'll see it. It'll start to look a bit more like a bit more of an interesting roof. And it up here, look at this. Oh, get rid of that. Eat some chicken. Like that. Up here, a lot of the time when you try and go for these roofs, you tend to get a little bit lost in it. You know, you go here and you say, well, you know, this doesn't look too good. I've got a block like that, a block like that. How is this ever going to work? But when you start doing stuff like what we're doing here now, it starts to help a lot. And in fact, yeah, going out there will mean we're going to have to probably put in one of these there. Like that. We can actually probably go out there with that and then do something like this. So let's just check that out, and we'll do the same thing in the front here, so we can get a look at what it looks like from the front as well, because this could look really... Oh my gosh, okay, we're going down. Why did I have to do that? That was really stupid of me. All right, so yeah. So you can see there's this block here which kind of sticks out, but as soon as we put this other one in, it might actually work with this front piece. And then what we can tell there is that one's looking like it's sticking out, so if we can maybe pull this one up one, we should be able to work that out. But you know what? I'm going to do that quickly off camera because that's going to take a little bit of time. Right, 2 things have been done. Roof is now on. It could do with a bit of work, but you know what? If you guys think of any cool ideas, let me know. It's actually, it doesn't look too bad from here. If we zoom in, it does look a little bit more rough, but I'm actually planning on getting rid of a few of these things. Let's just check it out. Just out the corner of our eye coming through here. This is important. So we've got the beautiful fields over there. We come around this corner, and we look, and you can just see it out the corner of our eye there. Look at that. Man, it's actually pretty cool because it zooms in over there. But look at that. That is awesome. All right. We've got some progress today. That is fantastic. And I told you, this mine's going to be a lot better than your average mine. And I certainly hope to keep that going. So the 2 things that I've done, the roof, and the other thing is I've put in the actual rope that is going to be holding the lift up. And I've used oak because oak over here looks like a rope color. It's probably the best color for that, and that's the reason why we use it on the ship and everything as well. And I'll just go out here because that being straight down, it looks like it's actually holding something up. And I plan on doing something over here which is a little bit sneaky, you see, because Minecraft, it's all about being a bit more intelligent with your building than what meets the eye to make the buildings really work when you walk through them. I guess looking from the outside, yeah, you can do that. But when you want to trick people a little bit, that's what I like to do with the builds. If we can trick someone to make a build feel like you're going way further down or way further up, or maybe the build looks smaller from the inside, from the outside than what it is on the inside, if we can get that right, it's a good thing, and this is going to be one of those that we're going to try. So what we're going to do to stop you from realizing how far down this mine goes, because we're going to obviously have the way to walk down to the bottom of the mine, but we've also got this way over here, which is going to give you the illusion that it's going to be going down. And what I will do is we'll put the actual lift in at, not this deep actually, but it'll be at this level here. So it's as if it's in the process of going down to the bottom. And what we'll do is further down where we make the so-called lift go down there, we may very well put that lift as if it's got to the bottom. So that could be something we can look through, but I don't want it to be stuck at one level. I want it to be in the process of it, and that will give us the illusion that we may have traveled a bit further down, and it also won't show us just how far down it is, because it's really not that far. I've actually got some good examples of what I'm talking about, by the way, in the snow village, which we can go check out, but not right now. In fact, right now we need to sleep very quickly. And I've also got something else I want to add to this, because it's very plain, and I tried, in fact, between when we just got those pillars in, before I built that roof, there was something I was looking at, which was having a look at those pillars being very fat and kind of ugly, being a full block, and I tried to put in these over here, these spruce fences, that's why we've got so many of them, and they just didn't work. They're just too narrow. If only we had one block. And this is one thing I've spoken about in my streams, actually, about the stripped, like the stripped bark blocks or whatever they are, the stripped logs. Because you're stripping off this layer over here, this little chunk, if they were actually one in, and I understand people don't want that because they're a beautiful block, and I agree, those blocks are awesome, but if they were like that, if we had a block that was just 1 pixel in on either side, oh man, that would change my life. that would open up the world for me so much. Now, what I was saying is I want to get a bit of stuff over here to make it look not as boring, but it's going to be very simple stuff. But it should be enough simple stuff to look good. And no, that was my second jump that messed me up there. Get out there, and we'll just fly. I think I'm way more accurate with flying than with with the ender pearls, so we'll just drop in over there. What? I was shifting and everything. I think I just didn't look down far enough. But that's all right. We're up here. This is easy times. Are you kidding me? Yeah, just fast forward this. All right, let's just get up here like that. I thought that pearl got me on there, but hey, I'm just gonna do a good old-fashioned jump now. There we go. Wonderful. Eat, don't die, and we should be good now. So the things that I want to check out, whether or not going at a 45-degree angle like this is what we should be doing, and I'll also just make a bit of a pillar down of junk blocks here. We'll do that there. In fact, that's not bad where it is. So if we could do a little bit of a pillar down with junk blocks just to see where this matches up and what our angle is, because if it's a bit too much of an angle, it just won't work. So we do that there, and I don't want to do crisscrosses necessarily, although like a big X, really, that's what I'm talking about, because if we go with an X, I think it's gonna be a bit too much and start hiding the inner workings of it, but that could also be a cool thing. So we'll see how this goes. And also another thing which could work is perhaps pushing this out a little bit could work. So putting this over here will give it a bit of a round feel because it'll show off on the sides, but that could be something. Although from the front, the side pieces will look so solid, so that might not be the case. But let's just do this. Test one, and I've also got some spruce on us in case we need a lighter block. So there, flip around. Yeah, that'll work. So if we do that, we'll do another one down here and then down there, and then we'll just have it falling down that way. Oh, that's looking real good. And then the back we'll have it actually doing a cross, but on the other side of it, that is something I want to see. Yep, that's much better what we've got there. By the way, I really want to get that fixed up. It's bugging me a lot, but what we've got there now is on point. It looks a bit weird from the top here, but don't worry, we'll get that. We just have to anchor that piece, pull it down here. I'm thinking maybe using some of these slabs just to hold that in, but we'll work that out with more detail. It's just, whittling it down. You start with the big bulky thing, whittle it down, and we'll start getting some cooler things. But I think this was pretty much the episode of big bulky builds like this. And actually, here's a perspective change. Do you see how large this area looked from the bottom there? From the top there, as soon as we came down here, it looks like a more reasonable size. So there's just something that we've managed to work in here without realizing it. But it's a very weird look from if you look on straight up. So of course, perspective is important. Thinking about where someone is walking and what they're going to see, and that's exactly what they're going to see. So let's just check that out. Come around there. Ooh, that is so good. That is very, very good. I'm very impressed with this build overall. It's definitely coming along. Now picture that. Picture the water wheel over here. We'll have somewhat of a dock, not for a ship, but I guess it's more of a, what would it be called? Like a decking? Maybe a deck? Just over there for where we'll have the water wheel operating with some stuff around here. And then, of course, the bridge coming over here. Oh, man. It is gonna look so good. Plus the trees when they come in. Don't even get me started. I'm super excited. But for today, I think we are going to leave that super excitement for the next episode because I've had a good episode so far, and I think we've done a lot of stuff here. So let me know what your ideas are for this outside piece, for the inside piece, or just let me know what you guys are thinking. So thank you very much for joining me today here, guys, and I will see you in the next one.